In the previous video, we looked at a definition for stress. Now we are going to look at the 5 basic types of stress. The first type of stress is tension. In tension, there is a pulling force exerted by each end of a one-dimensional continuous object. An example of tension might be the tension in a rope if you are having a tug of war, where you have someone pulling on each end of the rope. At the atomic level, molecules have electrostatic attraction, so when they are pulled apart from one another to gain electromagnetic potential energy, tension is produced. Next up, we have compression. Compression is the opposite of tension. In compression, we have both ends of a one-dimensional continuous object exerting a force towards the other end. An example of compression might be a supporting column in a building or highway. The end of the column touching the ground exerts a force upward, and the top of the column exerts a force downward. The third type of stress is torsion. Torsion is the twisting of an object due to an applied torque. An example of torsion might be twisting a bolt into place. The fourth type of stress is shearing. In shearing, the force applied in opposite directions are located on the same plane. An example of a shearing stress would be a scissors. The fifth type of stress is bending. In bending, you might have two ends of a one-dimensional object applying a force in one direction, and then you have a force in the center acting in the opposite direction. An example of bending might be a closet rod sagging under the weight of clothes on the hangers, or an object sitting on the middle of a beam suspended on both ends. Now that we have discussed stress, we can discuss the seventh property of solids, which is elasticity. Elasticity is the measure of a deformed object's ability to return to its original size and shape once the outside forces are removed. A great example of elasticity would be a rubber band. If you stretch a rubber band and then let it go, it should return to its original shape and size. The same is true of a bowstring on a bow that you might use for hunting. When you pull back on the bowstring and then let it go, it should return to its original shape. In the next video, we will look specifically at the elasticity of springs.